Welcome to St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada's most colorful city and one of the most unique places you'll ever visit. From standing at the edge of the continent to dramatic cliffs to historic lighthouses, there's so much packed into this coastal gem. In this video, I'll take you through the top 7 things to do in and around St. John's with some tips to help you make the most of your trip. Number 1, whale and puffin watching. If you're here in the summer, a whale and puffin tour is a must. I booked my tour with Getaway for $120. They also have a shuttle option for an additional $35 plus tax that picks you up and drops you back at your hotel in St. John's if you don't want to drive. The tour leaves from Babel's, about 30 minutes drive from downtown St. John's. Newfoundland is one of the best whale watching destinations in the world. Every year, from May to September, a large portion of the world's humpback whale population migrates to the area. Expect splashes, tail flips, and maybe even a breach if you're lucky. But there are no guarantees. Sometimes even the whales may just not be in the mood for a show. The cruise may get very bumpy depending on the wave, so if you get seasick or are prone to motion sickness, you may want to have Dramamine before you go. After viewing the whales, we cruise down to the Witless Bay Ecological Reserve. This reserve is a nesting ground for thousands of puffins and other bird species. Pro tip: if you don't want to imagine what bird poop from different species tastes like, you may want to keep your mouth closed while you're here. The reserve is home to the largest Atlantic puffin colony in North America. Over 260,000 pairs nest here every summer. Puffins are actually Newfoundland and Labrador's official bird. They're very small, about 10 inches tall, and they're instantly recognizable with their colorful beaks during breeding season. Beside puffins, the reserve is a haven for other seabirds like the common moors, also known as the tors. Nearly 600,000 pairs are here. The black-legged kittiwakes, over 300,000 pairs are also here. These birds choose these highlands because they are predator-free and they are close to rich feeding grounds in the North Atlantic. The best time to see the puffins overlaps with the best times to see the whales as well, which is between May to September of every year. Fun fact, puffins are not the most graceful flyers. They beat their wings up to 400 times per minute just to stay airborne. Next, Jellybean Row House. This is one of Canada's most colorful streets. These vibrant houses are like a giant box of crayons spewed across downtown St. John's, starting right around Duckworth Street. One popular theory for the bright colors is that sailors painted their houses bright so they could spot their homes through the fog. They are the perfect photo backdrop, and they give the city its signature charm. Number 3, the Rooms Museum. For history and culture lovers, a visit to the rooms is a must. It's part museum, part art gallery, and part archives with a gorgeous view of St. John's Harbour. Inside, you find exhibits on local history, culture, contemporary arts, and many more. FYI, large bags and backpacks are not allowed at the museum, but there's a coat storage and locker rooms close to the reception where you can keep your things. If you love a good view, head over to the observation deck for one of the best views of St. John's Harbour. And if you need a break, there's a cafe on level 4, perfect for coffee with a view. Number 4, Quidi Vidi Village. Just 10 minutes from downtown, you'll find Quidi Vidi, a quaint fishing village. It's known for Quidi Vidi Brewery, where you can drink beer that's made from actual iceberg water. You can also explore the artisan studios and enjoy the charming harbor views. If you're enjoying this so far, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Number 5, Signal Hill National Historic Site and Cabot Tower. For the best view in the city, head over to Signal Hill. This was where Marconi received the first transatlantic wireless signal in 1901. You also find Cabot Tower, which was built in 1897, and it's one of the city's famous landmarks. You can park your car down by the visitor center, but it's a little bit of a hilly and windy walk to get to the top. Alternatively, if you're not up for the hike, you can drive up the hill. There's sufficient parking spaces available up there. The views of the Atlantic and of the city from up here is absolutely worth the climb. You can also go inside the tower during open hours for an even better view of the city. Number 6, Spear Lighthouse National Historic Site. Want to stand at the edge of the continent? Spear is the place to be. It's the easternmost point in North America. Standing here, you're literally closer to Europe than anywhere else in Canada. The rugged coastline is also a great spot for whale watching, although I did not spot any whales while I was here. To the right of the ocean, you find the oldest surviving lighthouse in Newfoundland, built in 1836, plus bunkers and gun batteries from World War II. During World War II, Spear was a strategic coastal defense site. Pro tip, if you come at sunrise, you'll be the first person in North America to see the sun for that day. Just remember to check the weather to be sure it's a clear day. Number 7, a visit to Bell Island for the iron ore mine tour. My last stop during my visit to Newfoundland was supposed to be Bell Island, but clearly Newfoundland had other plans. The ferry broke down that day, which apparently happens quite often. I spoke to one of the employees and he mentioned it could take as many as 6 hours to get the ferry back on water. I had a flight for later that evening, so I didn't want to take my chances. Bell Island is famous for its iron ore mining history and jaw-dropping sea cliffs. If the ferry is running, and a conditional if, visit the Bell Island Mine Museum for a tour of the old iron ore mine that operated from 1895 to 1966. Then also explore the rugged coastline at Grip's Nest. I guess I now have the perfect excuse to come back to Newfoundland. So tell me, which one would you do first? Whale watching or standing at North America's edge? Drop your answer in the comments, I'd love to know. If you want to see more of my adventures around Atlantic Canada, including full itineraries and cost breakdown, check out the video link here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks and see you soon. Bye.